I think it's time we blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
On today's episode of 1 Minute Reaction to Fire Force, episode 18, The Secrets of Pyrokinesis. This was an amazing episode, but just so much in terms of, fighting development and fighting potential, especially when it comes to a certain martial artist technique. We've seen it before in tons of animes, recently in Black Clover, but it seems it's going to be, pivotal moving forward, especially when it comes to Shinra's overall, pyrokinesis abilities. Now, last we left off, some major events happened. Not only did we get a new member in Victor, but we also gained Vulcan. And luckily so, the same day that the 8th was there to recruit him, Giovanni, the captain of Company 3, as well as, a Hajime underling, we soon find out that he's working for the Evangelists and the Whiteclads, was there to poach him too, in the most literal sense possible. If literally he could not have him, he would fucking kill him. But Vulcan wasn't his only mission, no. Vulcan had something that Giovanni, the Whiteclad, the Evangelists, what they want. Their goal was the key of Amaterasu. Hidden in his hologram projector was a USB drive, which Giovanni confiscated. Soon after, gets a flying knee straight to the fucking face by Shinra sitting through a wall, which leads to the confrontation, a much fated confrontation between brothers. Yes, Shinra and Sho come face to face, and Shinra is just oblivious to the fact that, his brother's playing for the other team. Oh, you're a cutie, you have the face of an angel. Ladies, watch out, my brother's a real looker. And the power displayed in Sho is just fucking phenomenal. Even Joker, one of those characters that's been put on a pedestal that I found like, oh, this dude's gonna be OP, is having trouble with him as Shinra and company make their escape. Now we soon pick up after the aftermath. The captains of Company 5, Company 8, as well as Company 7, and Kiram from Company 1 are all gathered at the 8th's base, going over what they know so far. Now while they're having their meeting, it's kind of funny. We're seeing Vulcan have an effect on the company already. Not only is the cross outside literally have a skull on it now, Arthur has mounted the donkey head on the wall, and even Takehise is wearing a baseball cap with some horns on it. So it's like, you can see his effect already begin on Company 8. Cutting back to the meeting though, it seems that we're going over all these issues, and one of the things that comes, basically the entirety of this episode focuses on Shinra and Arthur. Are the rookies up to snuff when it comes to taking on the Evangelists, the Whiteclads, i.e. Sho, because Sho is a fucking monster. They all admit that their powers are phenomenal. Like, the powers are, up there, it's their experience. They're lacking combat experience. Well, Conra steps out saying, you know what, I have a combat fanatic who's probably going at it right now. He loves battling. Send him over to the 7th. We will take care of them. Of course, we know who he's talking about. We've met him. The King of Destruction, Benimaru, is going to be training our rookies. But before we get into this, training montage, we cut to something else very, very interesting. We see that Victor is out collecting whatever he is collecting from the scrap guard, where the battle with Giovanni and the Whiteclads took place. And who is there with him? It is Joker. So they're still buddy-buddy. Victor hasn't presumably changed. I mean, we saw him literally in the beginning messing with the Ash and all this other shit. Is he playing multiple sides? I don't know. But it seems Joker's, Victor's, and the 8th Company's goals, align, at least for the time being. If Shinra and Arthur and the 8th as a whole is going to take on the Whiteclads, especially Sho, they need to step up their games. So he actually requests Victor, what do you think you can do to improve the Devil's, footprint? And they let slip during this entire conversation an interesting fact. We still don't know much about the Adolla burst, the Adolla link, but in their conversation, Joker surmises that the reason that Sho is so incredibly strong is because he has an Adolla link with the Evangelist himself. So it leads me to summarize that maybe the Adolla link is some kind of emotional connection, or maybe a response connection where bodies link between each other, and somehow Sho is pulling energy or, strength or whatever from the Evangelist. I'm wondering if Shinra himself can also do that, because it's quoted as he has the Adolla link. Again, that's just a theory. Like I said, we don't know much about it, and hopefully we get more and more information as time goes on, because the Adolla, the day of the cataclysm, they even say the Earth itself, the reason that it was engulfed in flames because they angered a god. I'm even wondering to myself, is there a physical fucking fire god out there that's going to be the end-all be-all boss? But we're still too early in the story, and this being a long-running series, I don't see them jamming that much information at us, so fucking quickly that we can't comprehend. comprehend it. But yeah, there's just a lot of information in this episode, but I said the best part is the training. Now after this, we have finally made it. Arthur, Shinra, we are back in Ahsoka, and it is time to fucking train. Benimaru tells them the key to fighting. It's the preciousness of life. Right now you're tense, you're jumpy, and that's gonna alter the way you fight. What you need to do is fight at a level where you see that your life is at stake, your comrade's life are at stake, like life in itself is at stake. And it's at those levels where all of your instincts are absolutely heightened. He goes on further to state that you guys are actually missing a finishing move. Arthur, your sword in itself is a finishing move, but beginning to wake on, the fundamentals of actually your sword play. Shinra, you need to come up with something utilizing your flames in speed and just make it fucking devastating. So while Arthur and Benimaru are going at it, working on his fundamentals, his sword play, Shinra is by himself trying to come up with, what exactly would be my finishing move. Obviously, having the flames protrude from your feet, it's going to be some kind of kick. We already know this is coming, but out of the dust of Asaka, who is it? It is Victor. Remember Joker said, go ahead and help the Shinra progress. So he explains that he's wasting all of his flames. Shinra, your flames are going out wide. Watch what happens when Benimaru compacts it to an actual, straight on little tiny flame. And what we see is basically a fucking jet engine. And this is just with a small flame. Imagine all that power that we've seen Shinra do. Literally takes off like a rocket. Imagine it even more compacted, more pressure, more explosion. So now that Shinra knows what he needs to do, how does he actually get there? And he sees Benimaru training and he's looking at his hands and it looks like Benimaru is doing something specific with it. So he tries to copy it, doing different hand gestures and different facial expressions, which the little twin girls absolutely find gross and disgusting, which was absolutely hilarious. Definitely use that as my fucking thumbnail. Nothing seems to be working until he gets onto Captain Obi's rock on pose. We see a little ignition, a bigger explosion than usual. Benimaru looks at him and says, hey, what exactly did you just do? Do it again. And he shows him the pose and he goes, oh, so you might have noticed, me doing a certain pose, but because I'm altering my ki, it's a type of martial arts. It's very traditional in Ahsoka. By altering the flow of ki, you can channel your flames more precisely and have better control. And I was like, oh shit, what did we, just experience? Well, I guess it was pretty long ago. Honestly, we've seen in tons of anime nowadays. I mean, just look at Black Clover. Captain Yami teaching Asta, and now we have Benimaru showing the way of ki to Shinra. I like that. I like that a lot. But he goes further to tell him that there's different poses, and each one, will redirect your flame, or at least help you redirect your flame to a certain area. And we show them that altered OK symbol would be the best way to explain it. In fact, that will direct the flames to your feet, or the ki, the energy to your feet. And after a couple misfires, we see Shinra absolutely kill it, literally taking off like a rocket, creating a giant crater in the ground. He disappears for a second and shows up just fucking thousands of feet in the air. Like, his speed has increased tremendously. But now it's up to show if he can actually use it in battle. So he's taking on, again, Benimaru, coupled with Arthur. And as he's doing his normal attack, he shoves, his new OK symbol right at the end. And if Benimaru even states, if I didn't know you had the ability to do that, if I didn't know that move was coming, you would have fucking got me. Like, we see that he is getting powerful, but is it enough to take on Sho, who seems to miraculously disappear and reappear just as quick, if not quicker? I honestly don't know, but I'm loving, the actual character development. Today's episode was just a baller. We had so much awesome shit happen. Not only that, we finally get to see use of Maki. Maki she is a first-class Fire Force soldier. She is I would consider her a true witch. We finally get to see her and her little flames be used in action. Vulcan actually makes a weapon which utilizes both those little flame creatures to combat, long distance enemies that are not affected by flame itself. So literally what they call Vulcan hammer or something, like, now she has that at her disposal. Like, Vulcan's gonna be a pivotal, character going through. Like, he invented that magnetic repulsion grenade that literally puts out flames like automatic. Like, that thing was fucking baller. Like, how do you even come up with this? Like, you are a genius. You do your family proud. Like I said, you're gonna be a key. Victor, he's still floating in the fucking wind. I don't know what's up with him. We know he has ties with Hajime Industries. We know for a fact he still is conspiring with Joker to do God knows what. At least their goals align with the 8th right now, but if Joker wants the devil to die, will Victor do it? I don't know. I don't know what their goals are and what Victor is actually up to. But I have to say, when Conroe called him out, if you do anything that I don't fucking like, if you fuck with anybody, I will literally throw you you into a fucking ocean. Like Conroe's there. He knows what's up. He knows Victor's a little fucking shifty at this point. And yes, I would be remiss in my duty to not call out the fact that Tamaki's lucky lechery is back in effect and somehow is able to throw a broom and end in a standing 69 position with Shinra. Don't ask me how the fuck that happens. But yep, it's back in full effect. So, going forward, I don't know what we're gonna do. Are we gonna do more training montage? I mean, it just feels like the gap between Shinra and Sho is very big because Joker even says this kid's a fucking monster. What's truly gonna happen out on the battlefield? Also, when is the next, clash between the White Clads and the Fire Force actually going to happen? Their main goal was the key of Amaterasu, and now that they have it, what's their next plan? They're setting up a lot of shit, and I honestly, I'm looking forward to all the payoffs. So with that being said, I cannot wait for future episodes.